Hi, it's Therese and I'm here at Altenew today, and I have a really easy technique to use your wide washi tape. I've got two of the cover dies and they're called Doodled Lace, and the second one's the layered floral cover die A. So this is actually one part of a two-part set that you can actually layer up, which would look great with this technique as well. I've chosen a couple of different colours of cardstock, so a hot pink cardstock and then some of the Altenew jet black. And I have run both these dies through my big shot machine. They are quite intricate dies, so I have one of the metal shim plates, and by adding that metal shim plate it just meant it just cut on the first pass. I didn't have to worry. If you wanted to, you could add at this point, before you die cut it, one of the double-sided sheets of adhesive. But I find it's quite difficult to remove the pieces of the cardstock if they're covered in tape. But then I also find it annoying to come in and add lots of dots of matte medium, especially when my bottle was nearly empty. I was too lazy to fill it. So what I wanted to do here was actually pop up these cover dies on the front of my cards, and I've cut the same dies again in some fun foam and then left everything like so. I haven't actually pulled the fun foam apart. I haven't pulled all the pieces out of the die cut. I've actually left it in place while I add the liquid glue, and then I can simply lay the cardstock die cut on top, and I find I have less problems with like the stretching of the fun foam, because it does stretch a little bit when you're running it through your die cutting machine. So I find that I have less, the shape doesn't alter quite so much, so it's not much more forgiving. So I've added all the matte medium to the black cardstock die cut, the floral die, and then the pink one here is nearly dry, but I am having to be a little bit careful because some of these dies are quite intricate, like very thin, and I did wait for it to dry, but not quite enough. I don't think, but it still seemed to work just fine. I used my pokey tool to help me release all the bits of fun foam, and I did notice that when I took it out from the border of the fun foam, there was a little white border showing around the edge of the die cut. So I've just used a long straight pair of scissors to snip that away. And that's just because this is going to be the same size as the front of my card, and it's going to be noticeable if it's sitting out over the edge. How pretty is that die? I did the same thing with the black die cut. And I've got two card bases. These are top fold card bases already made, ready to go. They're the same size as the cover die. And what I want to do is add a little sentiment on each of them. So I've white heat embossed the Hello Gorgeous. This is from the Sweet Friend stamp set. I use this stamp set a lot for the sentiments. And the other one's Many Thanks stamp set, and I just stamped out the word thank you with some permanent black ink. And I've cut both of these sentiments down, ready to go for the front of my card. Now it's time to add the washi tape. I thought it'd be really fun to use this dotted washi tape. It's probably my favourite out of all the wide washies that were released, and I haven't used it yet, and I think that's because I'm hoarding it. So I decided not to hoard it and to use it. And washi tape is very forgiving because you can lift it and reposition it without harming your cardstock, and I love the way that it tears too. So basically I'm just working out where I want this pattern to peek through my die cut cover dies, my cover die cuts, the die cuts within my cover die. I don't know, however you want to say it. So I've done this on both of the designs, and a lot of the cover dies would be perfect for this technique, and you could even use thinner washi tapes, or you could even stamp a pattern in the background. There are so many different options. I'd love to see a set of these made, or just using different colours, using different cover dies, using different sentiments. It'd be such a fun idea. Maybe not with the matte medium though. Although I did fill my map median, so this actually went a lot easier, and I used some the really thin Be Creative tape just around the edges. It's the 1/8 of an inch, and that fit perfectly around the edges of these cover dies, and it saved my RSI. All that was left to do then was add some fun foam and adhere both of my sentiments. And that's it for my 2 cards today. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to link all of the products that I've used below, and the link will be to the blog post as well. So I look forward to seeing you there. Till next time, have a great day. Bye.